Ham watched the sea, standing alone, until there was a great retiring wave. He seemed to leap up into it with a mighty bound, and the ship was gone.
Truly, Mr. Dickens, it is never so alive as when it is spoken by its author.
Thank you.
Mr. Dickens! Mr. Dickens!
Hello, thank you.
You are an admirer of my husband's work?
At the moment, I'm lost in Copperfield.
Nellie has read every chapter twice.
I am glad. Every human creature is a profound secret to every other.
Until that secret is given to another, and then perhaps two human creatures may know each other.
The story came to me, the script, and then I read the book by Claire Tomlin, this great biography of Nellie Turner. And it just really affected me. Here's this woman dealing with, looking for closure with a past life, a past love with Dickens. I mean, the film is in two strands. It's the story of how Nellie Turner finds closure with the memory of being the mistress of Dickens. And then the other part is how she came to be, the sequence of events which led her to accept being the kept woman in secret. So these two things run together.
Well, I actually loved that contrast of this very bright woman who had very strong idea of herself. You know, she didn't want to just be Dickens's floozy mistress. And it was about this conflict in her of falling in love with this man, but being put in this predicament where she would have to give up a lot of her, what was important to her, which was her reputation. So it was constantly trying to maintain, for her, like trying to maintain that dignity and strength within that relationship.
Dickens was ruthless and was, I mean, you can call it selfish or whatever. I think what happens is people in relationships, sometimes they have to get out and people leave and it's cruel and people's hearts are broken. In Dickens's case, it was particularly cruel because he sort of justified it in the newspaper. I mean, his sense of himself, his sense of his reputation was kind of, is a high degree of narcissism there on Dick, and it was messy. Dickens probably was at war with himself about how he was going to accommodate Nellie in his life. And I think for her it must have been an extremely odd process of how she would find herself accepting the life which she did. She did, she did agree to be set up in a house under a false name, and he would come and visit her.
Nellie, it was a mistake.
Did you send Catherine to me?
Yes,
She is the mother of your children. How could you be so cruel to her?
and for that I shall always be grateful. But I do not love her. She comprehends nothing. She sees nothing. I thought if she saw you, then she would understand that I have nothing with her. I wanted her to see it.
It? What is it, Charles? What is it that we are? When your wife asked me if I was fond of you, I could not honestly reply. I wanted to say no!
Rafe's tone was very much one of focus and precision, and he was very particular and wouldn't let you get away with stuff that was phoned in or fake. He wanted from all of us some very truthful performances, which I hope we gave.
It was very hard, and I was sort of uncertain about doing it to begin with, and then as I worked on the screenplay in our early stages of preparation, in the end I couldn't resist Dickens. He's so charismatic, and I liked what Abby had written, and so I was in, but it was tough.
He cannot marry me.
No, he cannot.
There is an insanity to his behavior.
You have been in every line I have ever read. You are part of my existence. To the last hour of my life, you remain part of my character.
Everyone has their secret, and this is ours.